Well, it's about fucking time. Both for a YouTube video and for me to get a win. Sorry I haven't really been on here, guys, but I've been traveling a lot, and it's been a super busy year. Um, yeah, what can I say? But I finally got a little time, and I finally got a win, so I can show my fucking face here again. Um, so yeah, let's do this one a little bit different than I've done in the years past, because obviously I'm not going to be predicting who's going to win this week. We mostly know all of those, but let's just take a look at the year as it's gone so far. Um, I guess I'll start off with the fucking butt fucker. Yeah, I mean, Nate, honestly, Peyton Manning, great keeper. Very happy for you. You must be very, very proud. I'm looking at your team, and you know it as well as anybody that it's a little unbalanced. And while you've been averaging a really high amount, you've also had the lowest points against of anybody in the league. So you haven't luck hasn't been a factor of anything. You've just been taking care of business. But honestly, you've gotten a bit fortunate with having played other teams that just aren't putting up points. But Manning and Charles, beautiful. It's great. What can I tell you? Tony G's doing his thing, and that's your core. But I just don't see somebody who's starting Jonathan Franklin and Anquan Bolden and Ted Ginn, which is an embarrassing fucking lineup. I mean, really, seriously, Nate, embarrassing. I don't see that lasting all year, and something tells me that you're going to finish probably around 8-8, or not quite 8-8, but maybe what do we play? 13 weeks. So 8-5, 7-6, something like that. Looks to me about where you're going to finish. I don't see you sustaining this, regardless of Peyton being on a historic march. But good fucking luck to you with those three guys. I'm looking at the Orcs at 3-1. You guys have been the biggest fucking smack talkers of anybody. Not sure here. Orcs going to take a loss this week? Yeah, Orcs got beat down pretty good. So he's going to be 3-2, and the Snakes are going to be 2-3. And honestly, when I look at these squads, I see Orcs as actually a pretty good team, which is hard for me to admit. But I'm looking at it, and overall, top to bottom, super balanced. And how about that Terrell Pryor pick that we gave you a bunch of shit for? We gave you all this grief for getting Terrell Pryor, and that guy put up 20 points this week. I started him in a couple of other leagues. Yeah, he looks great. Meanwhile, the Snakes, Foster, Luck, DeMarco Murray, great keeper, fucking awesome. Really just taking care of business and looking super, man. Honestly, Brandon Marshall's been great. I mean, a down week from Brandon Marshall is 10 points still. So good for you. Both you guys have really good squads. I don't look forward to running into you guys later on. Don't look forward to it at all. Hernandez, Gabe, I mean, I was hating on your team to start. I was really giving you a lot of grief. But I mean, you proved me wrong, obviously, man. You kind of knew. I didn't think you knew what you were doing. But you're going to 4-1, and I'm going to 1-4. So who the fuck was I to say anything? And that's a great picture of Aaron Hernandez on your fucking thing. Did you actually pick up? You did. You picked up Aaron Hernandez as your tight end, and you played him this week, and you still won. That's hysterical. I just noticed that shit. How the fuck did you leave Jason Witten on your bench? What was that? Just like a statement game? Like, I'll beat Jersey regardless? Because Jersey's got a good-ass team, dude. I can't believe you did that. That's hysterical. But I guess without Adrian Peterson, Jersey's team doesn't look nearly as good as it could. Yeah, that's funny as shit, dude. Good one. That's a real good one. And you're tacking on more points tonight with Julio Jones. That's good. I'm pretty impressed right there. Nice pickup on Carlos Dansby. I put in a bid for him, but you just you bid a little bit more and got him off the waivers that week. So, yeah, nice, man. Well done. Jersey, I don't want to have to see Jersey any game of the week. I mean, any week this year. I've already seen him twice, I think, right? So I'm not sure if I've seen him only once or twice, but I think I have. And I think I've seen him twice, and I'm not looking forward to it if I have to see him in the playoffs. That's right. Playoffs. I'm making the playoffs. Last year, Jersey started 0-4, went on a tear, ended up in the Super Bowl. Same shit's going to happen again this year. Mark my words. I really hope that happens. Anyway, moving on down. Calmer Than You Are, last year's champ. A bit of a fantasy guru and mastermind. Yeah, I mean his team's winning this week, so he's going to 4-1. Always solid. Mixing and going back and forth with Brady and Vic. It didn't even matter this week with Ray Rice doing his thing. And Justin Blackman, what a ballsy fucking plug and play. Yeah, this guy, Weber, man, the Calmer Than You Are. I remember years ago in another league, would just find some motherfucker and plug him in. This before we had all the resources that we have nowadays. You just find some dude, plug him in, and get points. It just seemed to happen every freaking week, and he did it again. I mean, we all knew Blackman was, but still, that was a pretty good call. Yeah, what can I say? Nice W. The Fighting Fuels, who you played against. Yeah, you guys. You know, I think the thing I like the best about your team is your team logo, the crazy monkey that torments Chris. Because I'm looking at this, and you're starting like Brandon Bolden and Ryan Matthews and James Jones, who's, I get it, you know, every 3 games James Jones is really good. But, yeah, I don't know. Your team's kind of ugly, and you're going to go down to 2-3. And, yeah, I'm right on your heels. And I'm looking forward to playing you guys. I am. Very much so. Now moving down. Oh, the jive. You are a fucking jive master. Oh, I did actually. Here's the. This is the wrapper. I ate some shawarma earlier, right before I decided to do this thing. So that's kind of what put me in the mood here. Shawarma was just the way to go, you know. Yeah, honestly, people were getting really fucking sick of your repeat jokes. You got to come up with more material than that. Honestly, you're like Bart Simpson with the fucking "I didn't do it" joke. So hopefully you'll find some new material. You can make fun of me drinking water. See, I'm drinking water right here. That can be the new joke. There's all kinds of different things, but the shawarma gotta go. Yeah, I'm looking at your team here. You know, not bad. You kind of know what you're doing. When I take a look at it, there's an all right squad there. I beat the crap out of you this week, but that's okay. I would have beaten anybody. I'm really looking forward to Tony Romo throwing for 500 yards and 5 touchdowns week in, week out. You know, I think that's pretty realistic expectation for the future with my squad. Meanwhile, yeah, honestly, Chris Johnson had his 1 touchdown for the first quarter of the year. Expect maybe 2 more touchdowns the rest of the year. No Sean, great play. What can I tell you? That was a nice little nice pickup by you there. But if the rest of your team is LeGarrette Blount and Steve Smith, Jared Cook at your tight end, I don't know. You're going to have trouble winning games. I mean, I do like Demaryius Thomas at your wide receiver. He'll get better. I wouldn't be too worried about your team at 2-3, but you got no you don't have enough balance. You know, and your bench having to bring in guys like Vincent Brown and whatever. Luckily, you got Alfred Morris. That should even you out a little bit. Yeah, I think you're going to have some really down weeks. You know, sorry to say it, buddy. My brother, the West Coast. Yeah, he'll admit, like anybody, that he gets lucky. And, you know, he won a championship and said, hey, he just got lucky, you know. It's a humble man that can do that. Let's take a look at his squad here. Where the fuck is he? The West Coast there. This funny-ass name. Holy shit. Yeah, he just lost by a few points this week. That's a bummer. Going down to 2-3, giving Primetime his first win. Hey, the 2-0-4 teams get their first win. How about that shit? Good job, Porter. You know, I know people have been trying to get C.J. Spiller off you, and he finally scored. Yeah, I have him in another league. He was on my bench, obviously, because you got to have a pretty terrible team to have to keep starting C.J. Spiller. But I know you had a couple injuries, you know, Steven Jackson, but you still have Mark Ingram on your team, dude. That's a sign that you're either not paying any attention or you just don't know what you're doing, man. You got, yeah, Matt Schaub, really? He's on your roster? Matt Schaub is on your fucking team, dude? I don't know, Porter. You're a pretty smart guy. You've been a pretty good owner in the past, but you got a lot of work to do here. You got some really strange Strange stuff going on your bench. Your team's not terrible. It's okay. I think mine's a hell of a lot better at 0-4. But we'll see how that all shakes out throughout the season. Good luck to you with Mark Ingram and Matt Schaub. I wish you the best. I actually heard he might not even be starting in Houston for much longer. And the jumping Lakers and Jesse, you smack talking fool. Honestly, I thought you had the worst team in the whole league when I first saw it here. Let me take another look at this team. I know. I'm 1-4. I shouldn't be talking at all, but I'm a glorious 1-4 with 150 points to show for it. So I feel like pretty good. My head's swelled up a little here. But the Jumpin' Lakers, which is the dumbest fucking name of any team in the league. What the hell does that mean? Jumping Lakers. What is that, Jesse? We deserve an explanation. Well, anyhow. Yeah, Rivers. That's nice. That's a good pickup right there. You have to bench your keeper. Shows how much confidence you have in your team. And then you're trotting out Maurice Jones-Drew, who was great, 3 years ago. But I don't know what you're thinking there. Yeah, MJD. Matt Forte, real nice, but, Colston, we see what Victor Cruz is now. He's real talented, but that team is just, who knows what's going on with them. Yeah, you got the Woods kid from Buffalo. High hopes for him. I don't know. It looks like you're piecing things together. You're still holding on to Ahmad Bradshaw. He's going into neck surgery. The guy's like he's like bionic and shit. He has so many surgeries and whatever. It's not even his own feet he's running on. Yeah, I'm looking at you, and you're going to have trouble all year, and I can't fucking wait to play you. Actually, you're one of the teams that I wish I got to play twice. Yeah, and to address that shit, sorry guys, the thing did an automated schedule, and I got to play the last year's champ and last year's runner-up in my first 5 games. So how about that shit? Yeah, I got to play those guys twice. So what the fuck? You guys are complaining about having to play one of your buddies twice. It's going to have to happen. Sometimes things are spread out. Sometimes they're close together. I didn't make the schedule. It just happened that way. You played 2 people twice, so whatever. Now moving on after the garbage Lakers. Oh, yeah. The Fighting Fuels. I think I already addressed it. You guys are a lovely couple. I imagine your parents by now, right? I think while I was gone on a trip, you guys had a baby. Congratulations. Hopefully, being able to give all of your love and attention and affection to the newest member of your family will keep you from getting depressed about the state of your pretty weak-ass fantasy football team. Yeah, we're going to move on now and go to the Solid Snakes, who should not be 2-3. That team's fucking good. I never like to play against Solid Snakes. That's a good owner right there. He dropped a $120 this week and still has quiz going. Yeah, honestly, I'm looking at the team, and Luck, Foster, Murray, Marshall. It's a great core. I'm actually taking another look here, though. T.Y. Hilton is, it's a good flex. He had a big week. But, oh, yeah, that's what fucked you. Lamar Miller fucked you. Yeah, I got fucked by Lamar Miller in another league. Yeah, so that's a kind of a bummer. But that team's solid, top to bottom. But I'm looking forward to playing you, actually. I think it's going to be a good matchup. Yeah, I don't think that Julius Thomas is going to do a $120 and 2 every week, which was your biggest player. Yeah, I think you're trotting out Tavon Austin and Jaquiz Rogers. And the Dolphins D, I think you're in for a long year, my friend, unless you can find a player to change that and turn that around. And moving on, prime time, Porter. I think I already talked about you. You're better than 1-4, but not much better. And I'm actually really looking forward to playing you too. It's going to be fun. So guys, good luck. Know that my team is just starting to get rolling. And Eddie Lacy is you've only seen like this much of Eddie Lacy now. The guy's going to be a star. He's going to be an RB1 to carry my team through, unless he gets hit in the head again, in which case, well, anyway. But as goes Eddie Lacy, will go my season. Guys, I hope everything's great. You're enjoying the Dodgers, kicking ass, enjoying the Monday night game, and enjoying the season so far. It's football season, guys. Couldn't be a happier time of the year. I'll talk to you later, guys. Peace.